And that's how you create a brand kit in Canva that will help you to speed up your design process massively. Once again. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Ubuntu Productions. My name is Aaron Blanco Tejedor, and in this channel we normally create web development tutorials, but now and then we also like to share some tips and tricks helping small business owners just like you to simplify your operations and become more efficient. Today we are going to learn together how to create a branding kit or design system in Canva, so all your logos, your colors, your fonts and other branding materials are super easily accessible in this popular online design tool. If you are starting a business, or you are a solopreneur or a freelancer or an entrepreneur, chances are that at some point you are making the graphics for your company by yourself to create, for example, posters, marketing materials, business cards, social media posts, or whatever. In that case, you are probably using Canva, as it is a design tool that, far from perfect, empowers small business owners to create designs in a simple manner. My own career as designer started in Canva many years ago, and even if nowadays I use programs like Adobe Illustrator on a daily basis, many times I find myself still using Canva for many things, especially if the materials are not for printing purposes. And inside Canva, there is a powerful tool that allows you to structure your company branding files to have them easily accessible at all times, allowing you to create designs with the proper branding guidelines much faster. Meet the branding kit. Why following solid branding guidelines is important for your small business is a question for the companion blog post to this video. But in that article, we discuss how to organize your brand's assets like fonts, logos, colors, graphics, and more. And in this video, we are going to learn how to do it in Canva for maximum efficiency, making use of the branding kit. Let's do it! So, let's imagine that you have hired a designer, that's a difficult word for me, a designer to make a branding for your company or rebranding for your company, for example. And in the best case scenario, you receive a style guide or a branding guide from them. It can be complex or it can be as simple as the one we are going to look now, where you can find just like all the versions of the logos together, the primary and the action color with some shades. Then we see how all the fonts and buttons work together with the font type, with the typeface name and the style, I think is called, and then the tracking, which is the separation between the letters. And then we even have the three adjectives that we have been working with when we have been doing the branding. So imagine that from the designer you get this document, which is very simple but very powerful, but every time you need to make a design in Canva, you have to come back to this document and start copying and pasting the colors in the design in order to create your design. It's a powerful tool, this PDF, but it's more suited when you need to send it to somebody else. Somebody has to do your designs, or somebody has to print something for you so they can be sure that they are using the right fonts, or be sure that they are using the right colors. But when it comes to you doing your designs or somebody from your team doing your designs, we are going to find a much more easy and straightforward way using this branding kit system in Canva. And now that we are in Canva, please let me tell you how this tutorial is going to be structured, because it's going to consist of two parts. In the first part, we are going to have a look at the branding kit of my own agency and how the files are organized, how the different elements are organized, And still inside the first part, we are going to open a design in Canva, and we are going to put some designs together really fast in order to give you an idea of how much having the branding elements well organized inside the branding kit in Canva can speed up your design process. And then in the second part of this tutorial, we're going to go really fast into the design elements of some fictional brand that I just put together, and we will make it into a branding kit in Canva so you can get a feel of all the steps necessary to do it, which is actually, once you understand the process, is very simple and very straightforward. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's go for it. First of all, I'm going to open the brand. It's over here, and you see that I have some brand kits created. So we are going to open the one that says Ubuntu Productions version number 2. So first we have the logos. It's not very common to have 35 versions of the logos, but you will see that somehow for my company it makes sense. So first you will have the logos, then you will have the colors, then you will have the fonts, then something new that is the brand voice. I haven't played with this yet. Then we can have some pictures ready, then we can have some graphics, and here, for example, I have backgrounds, I have icons, and I have some graphic elements, and finally, for example, I have some icons that reference the same icons that we use in the web page to reference to the different services that we offer. I will show you first. I have this design in Canva that took me some time to put together, but now it allows me to take some elements and put something together really fast. So here we have like the different combinations of the logo, the colors, the gradients, the font. This design over here is the squares that we use for social media, and let's put something together really fast. Let's do something similar to this. So once we make a new page in Canva, we will go to brand. And here we have the branding elements organized in the same exact way as we saw earlier in the brand kit. For example, let's imagine that here I want to pull a logo and have it centered. Perfect. And let's imagine that I want to put the name of the company. So I have the heading set that the font is already Commissioner Bold, that is the one that we are using. Then I will put it in uppercase, and I will put a letter spacer of 100, make this bigger, and say, here we are. Perfect. Then we will position this around here, and we will change the color. And here you can see where the color palette is inside your branding kit. And we will make it, for example, almost white. No, let's make it purple. Let's group these two elements and put it so it's center. Imagine that I want to change the background. We will pull one of the graphics elements inside graphics over here, and we will make it into a background so it replaces it. And I will go to elements, and we will, for example, make this over here. We will layer it under the logo and the text, and we will put it a transparency of 95. So it goes through a little bit, and then we will go back to the icons, and let's see that we put this arrow over here indicating that here we are. There we are. For example, just something simple. It's not like the most beautiful one, and it actually doesn't say really anything, but this is just an example of how having the graphic elements and all the branding elements of your brand can speed up your design process. We have this small design, so in case we need it for Instagram, for example, we just download it and then make a post in Instagram with this. And finally, after having shown you the structure of the branding kit and how having all the elements well organized in your design can speed up things very much for you. We will have a look to how to create a branding kit itself. So this branding kit is going to be called logo ipsum. We will create it, and first of all it's going to ask to add some logos. So here you see that we have a fictional branding number 1, and it has different folders, colors, fonts, logo, and other graphic elements. So we will go to the logos, and let's say that we have 2 different versions of the logo. We will drag and drop over there. Now we go to colors, and this is just a screenshot, but we will go to my actually favorite tool to discover colors when I am in the process of finding the right color combinations for the right mood of the company. That is this pigment.shapefactory.co that you will find in the description of the video. So I have choose this one, and you have the possibility to change to different shades of both colors. So you have a really easy visual representation of how the colors combine together. So let's say that we will go to the branding kit. We will put this one, and then we have this one over here. And let's say that we want also a dark gray. We want also an almost white, but off-white. There we are. And we want another off-white, but even a little bit lighter. Perfect. So now we have created kind of a color palette. Imagine that we want to add some fonts. So we edit this. You can choose the font if the font of your brand is represented in Canva. But if it's not represented in Canva, you will go to upload font. So in this case, bold, the regular, and the light version over here. There we are. Yes, upload away. So that's uploading the fonts is the first step. And then you will want to create a title, and you will choose the font that you want. And then you will choose how big it has to be normally, and you will choose if it's bold or not bold. There you go. We create a subtitle. We go for the same one. In this one, instead of bold, it's going to be regular. It's going to be a little bit smaller. Perfect. And then let's say that the body is going to be the same font but in light version, and 18 over here. So we have already make a title, a subtitle, and a body font for this brand. The brand voice we will go over, the photos we will go over. Again, we don't have any pictures for this branding, and we have some icons, and we will just go over here and go to other graphic elements. Now we have the branding kit is created. You see that once you have all the elements well organized, it shouldn't take so much time. So if we go back to Canva, for example, this one, let's have a look about how to change the brand. We go here to brand, and we choose the newly created logo ipsum, and we can drop some logos. Of course, we will have the color palette already created, and we will add some title saying, here we are. Perfect. This darker black doesn't match very well with this dark blue, but this is just an example. And we will create some body text. You see that once you have all the elements together, it say like, we are learning how to create a branding kit in Canva. Yeah, perfect. And we will group this together and just do the opposite and do this smaller. Actually, let's put this one down here. And let's make this bigger. Perfect. And now we don't have any more elements, but this one. Like, just to show that we are cooling the ambient here and learning something useful and cool. There we go. And here we are. We have created really easily one design that is not the most beautiful one, but the idea was to show how easy it is to create them when you have all the branding elements in the branding kit in place. And that was all. And that's how you create a brand kit in Canva that will help you to speed up your design process massively. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it super useful. I wish you could give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have any comment, subscribe to this channel if you feel like subscribing, and remember, let's help each other, let's share the love, because only by helping each other and loving each other we can create a kinder and better humanity to live in this planet. Wishing you a beautiful day. Bye bye.